can play just the same as she can play. Look at Frosty go. Thumpity thump thump, thumpity thump thump, over the hills and Frosty the snowman.
Throw the snowballs. Oh, Grandma's going to catch a snowball. Oh, cool. Oh, is that fun? That's such a boy, huh? He's losing your hat, honey.
I gotcha.
Okay, Zoe's losing your hat. Oh, my goodness. That was a great fight. That was a great fight.
Good snowball fight.
So, all 5 of the Burns grandchildren are here today. Do you believe that? Yay! Go! Okay, so we're going to go. How about can you go in your age? Let's start with Zoe. She's the youngest one.
I'm the
Okay.
youngest one.
Zoe, and you're second. Come on. This is amazing. And then Kylie, and then Jonas. Look. Are we cool? And then Ellie. Okay, so how about, I could tell them your name, but you could tell them your name. Can you tell everybody what your name is? What's your name? Zoe. Say real loud, Zoe. And Zoe, you are how old? 2. Say 2. That's right, 2. That's good. Okay, this is the next one. What's your name? She was going to tell you Dora. This is Becca, and how old are you? Yeah, you can show them. Yeah, she's a big girl. She's 3, huh? And this is the next one. I love this. 2, 3, 4. We were very busy for a couple of years. And what's your name? Kylie. This is Kylie. This is really good. So 5, 4, and now we have 5. 5, and tell them your name.
I'm Jonas.
You're Jonas. Cool. And now we're going to skip a year. 6. And we have, what's your name?
7.
What's your name?
Ellie.
They remember you, huh?
Is your
They
name
remember
Eleanor
you.
Burns?
Yeah.
There's 2 Eleanor
So
Burns.
now, this is what we get to do. I'm going to show you a quilt. Okay, everybody has to listen because you're going to practice. Whenever I show my ladies a pretty quilt, they all go, ooh. Can you say that? Everybody together go, ooh. That's good. You're going to practice. Ooh. So what are we tonight? What did we do? We came in snow. So what do you think is going to be on the quilt? Snow. I bet. Okay, this is it. This is time. Okay. Are you ready? What are you going to do? That's right. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Ooh. Ooh. What's on the quilt? Whoops. You like that one?
Yeah.
Which one do you like?
Did
You-
you like that one?
You like that one?
I like this one.
That one?
And I like this one.
That's good.
Mine's the bigger one.
Yeah, of course. Jonas, you have the bigger one? Look at that. There's snowman on the bottom. And what's this?
A snowflake.
Yeah. And what's this?
Star.
Star. Now, this is the big question. What is
Cloud.
this?
Upside down cloud.
What? Kylie, you turn around, tell everybody what it is. This was mountains. And what does the mountain have all over it?
Snow.
Snow! Yay, snow! We have to move over.
We have
Our
to get in the
director said go
camera.
over that
Yeah.
way. Okay.
So they can see
So
the
we have
camera.
to go this way, and we have to turn all around, and we have to smile. Is that good? Oh, say everybody looks so cute. So, guess what? This is the first snow mountain. And now I'm going to make a second one. So both families can have a quilt like this. How's that sound? Does that sound good? Does that sound good? All right. So this is why we got all dressed up in our snow suits. For the first one, it's called Snow Mountain. Now I'm going to show you another one. You want to see another one? Okay. And you have to go, ooh. This one's supposed to go up on the wall. Okay. And so this one, let's see. You stand there, and I'm going to stand here. Oops, I stepped on Patty's quilt. Stay over there. Are you ready? Okay. Now you know the noise. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Ooh. Ooh. What does this one have on it? Grass. Yeah, not really grass, but what are those? Mountains. Mountains. Mountains, and what's this? Leaves. Leaves. Yay, good. You got it. Sue made this one. You know Sue? Green mountains. Green mountains. And no stars. No sun. Aww. But it's pretty, huh? Okay, so they have this one in their pattern. Thank you, Patty. You're doing such a good job. Okay, we're just playing because everybody made the effort to get here. This is really good. There's another one. Do you want to see the other one, Zoe? Do you like purple?
I like pink and purple.
Pink and purple.
I like pink and purple too.
Let me see if I can find a pink and purple quilt. Oh, are you ready? Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Ooh. And what are these? Mountains. There's mountains. Do you see purple mountain?
Purple mountains and pink mountains.
Purple mountain. Yeah.
My favorite.
Those are your favorites. That's good. Teresa made this one. And this one's just an old-fashioned setting. Just putting the rows together. You want to see the next one? Wait, we have a little one. Patty made that one. Do you want to see Patty's?
Yeah.
Okay, guess what Patty's
let's show them the
favorite
purple
color is.
one. Let's look at this one, okay?
Guess what her favorite
Okay,
color
look at the
is.
back. What color's on the back?
Purple.
Purple.
And then, let's
Yay.
see.
Okay, 1,
What's
2,
on the front?
3.
1, 2, 3.
And you go
Purple.
That's green.
What's on there?
Christmas tree.
Christmas trees. Christmas tree.
Do you?
Sparkle. And
It
stars.
sparkles.
Sparkles.
And a star. Yeah. Yeah.
Lots of mountains. Do you know the song America, where they
no.
sing Purple Mountain's Majesty? Don't you? Do you sing that in school? Well, this is the Purple Mountain's Majesty. Do you know that song? No, you know a different song.
You want to do the snow? I'm going to ask Ellie
Oh,
if she
yeah.
recognizes this.
Snowflake.
Yeah, do you
You see
recognize that? Yeah, because over Thanksgiving, Ellie had a cape out of that, and that's all she wore for the 3 days, running around in her cape of snowflakes. Patty put it on her quilt. What do you think? Is that cute?
I'm getting numbers for Christmas. This like your shirt.
You're getting numbers? Numbers for Christmas? These are letters, okay? So I'm going to ask you who can read it, all right? Ready? 1, 2, 3. Whoops. 1, 2, 3. And what do I say? Think about it. Are you getting it, Jonas? No, you're trying. No, you don't know it either, Kylie.
I don't know.
You don't know it either, Becca? No. This is for Christmas. Do you know it, Ellie?
It says Christmas.
That's a good. No, it says joyful, joyful. Are you joyful? Okay,
Yes.
Joe, jump up
Are
and
you
down
happy?
and go, yeah, joyful, yay! joyful for Christmas,
My
huh?
hat fall down.
Yes, your hat did fall off, honey. You're just having such trouble with that, huh? Let me put it just right. There. You're beautiful. You're beautiful. Okay, so there's one more quilt. You want to see the next one? Guess what's going to be on it?
This one.
This one. What's on it?
Oh. Purple and white.
Looks
Purple and white. One, two, three. Ooh. Did you go, ooh? Did you say that, Zoe?
No, that one's not in there.
Ooh.
That one I finished this morning about 8 o'clock. So it didn't get in the book. But I don't know if you remember Elle's quilt,
That's just
Sue's quilt, and I liked them both, so I couldn't decide which one to make. So I did Elle's top and Sue's bottom, and I put it together. And I like the simplicity of the design. And I was thinking about, when you look at mountains, the mountains far off in a distance, the colors get gradually lighter and more subdued. And then this is the desert in bloom. I did some painting, and I'm going to show you how to paint on your quilt. Yeah, and then, you can see how a little bit of pink, the sunlight kind of shining on the mountains. So it was really fun. I painted it this morning. So I woke up with inspiration. I said, I think I'm going to paint
So they're
that.
getting anxious. They want to go play in the snow. You ready? And hit the snow. Oh, is that your job, Teresa? Oh, okay, run in the snow. Yay! Thank you. Thank you. Can you build a snowman? That is pretty funny, huh? Who'd have thought? You guys aren't even getting them playing in the snow. Oh, you did. All right. Cool. All right, we're throwing snowballs at you. Thank you, you guys.
This is not zippered.
It's not zippered. I love this.
Yeah, it's so
Okay,
cold in here.
It's very cold in here. Let's see. Oh, the purple zipper is hard to work. Uh-oh. Grandma's having a hard time with it. I think you better ask your mommy. You have snow on your hat. Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. So did you like that? They have
thank
such
you.
funny comments. So do you want to see how to make mountains? The mountains are so easy. I love to do them. They're just really, really fun. Yeah, they're so easy. And actually, this little wall hanging might just take you an afternoon. Yeah, and I'm so sorry that Sally Murray is not in class. Sally, I miss you. Because Sally gave me all of this fabric to make the mountains. They're little frozen fabrics, and I used every single scrap. There's nothing left. So anyhow, in this one, there's a series of 5 mountains. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then in this row, to offset the one in the middle, I put a left half, and a right half. So that you could get them. It'd be really cool if you could just make one big mountain, cut it right down the middle, but it doesn't work that way. Darn it. So anyhow, you have the pattern, and now everybody switches. Woo! Look quick, turn on the machine. I've been fooling around a little too much tonight.
This is so messy.
So you guys have to make lots of noise and keep me going, right? They're sweeping it all up. So that's the cover. It's Magic Mountain Quilts. In here is my quilt and Sue's quilt. And then we'll have Patty show her quilt as well. So just go ahead, open it up, and see right here. Sue called hers Appalachian Autumn. She loves green. She loves the mountains. Ta-da! Good, you remembered Patty. Patty was really nervous, but Sue loved the plaid and the green. It just looks so cute on it. And then the quilting is beautiful. So I want you to start right on page 3, and it's at the bottom of the page. It says cutting a 6 1/8 inch triangle for mountains. So Sally only gave me strips. Strips! And so I had to cut the mountain out of a strip. Okay, so the size of the strip is supposed to be 4 3/8. Okay, so 4 3/8, and I ran out of Sally's fabric. So I'm just going to cut it into a strip, and then I'm going to take my ruler, my new 4 1/2 inch. Nope, that won't work. I'm going to take my, use my 9 1/2 because my 6 1/2 is gone. We have 3 sizes of these rulers now. We have a 4 1/2, a 6 1/2, and a 9 1/2. Is that enough for you? Probably not, no. Okay, so turn the ruler so that when you look at it, you see the little 1/8 inch lines along the side, because we have to find 6 1/8. 6 1/8. So find 6 1/8 and just line it up across the bottom. 6 1/8. So you see, 6 1/8 is right across the bottom of the strip. Look at your illustration, it's perfect. And then you just cut up one side, down the other, and you have a mountain. Yeah? Look like a mountain? Okay, well, we were really short on fabric, and I had to pick up a piece that had fusible interface, or paperback fusible on the back. So I'm going to just peel that away, and you didn't even notice it, okay? That's your mountain, and then your peaks come from, it's clear over here. I have to walk around the table. Your kids are getting the dessert now. Aren't we glad that they didn't have the dessert before we did the snow, huh? Pretty good. Okay, so I did all individual mountains. And so I wanted to make 4 peaks. It's 4 peaks that I wanted you to do. So this is a 3 1/2 inch by 7 inch piece. So turn the page, go beep. Okay? We wanted to have individual mountains, so we're just doing little pieces at a time. So I'm going to take the 3 1/2 inch line, line it up along the edge, and where did my marker go? Okay. And just draw a diagonal, draw a straight line at 3 1/2. And then take your pieces and draw a line, go up and down, okay? So we're making piece squares. Can you see my lines? Okay, I'm on page 5. 1/4 inch seam, 1/4 inch foot. So I'm going to use my new baby lock foot. I love it. I'm getting all these phone calls and saying, what is the foot that you are using? Okay, so it has this bar on it that is from the needle to the bar, it's a 1/4 inch. And so I'm just going to go ahead and line up that bar right on the line right there. Have my needle down feature. Okay, when you get to that line, stop, turn it, go down the other side. Don't blink an eye, but you can just go ahead, zip it around. So on the other side. So how many of you recognize this? How many of you have done this 100 times? Yeah? Really? Okay, so good. So you're going to get it. So Patty, is our iron plugged on?
Oh.
Plugged on. Is our iron plugged in?
It is now.
It is now.
You know.
Okay. So I did my 3 1/2 by 7 inch, and now I'm just going to go ahead and,
I'm going to have to get it for her.
oops, And so what I like to do is cut the diagonal lines first. Because if you go ahead and you cut the center line, then you lose the diagonal. Okay, go right through there, and then go down through the center. The kids got awfully quiet. And now you have 4 peaks. 4 peaks. Yay, that's enough. That's enough for one mountain. Okay, enough for one mountain. And I can show you right here. Here's the mountain. And there's the 4 peaks. These are snow-covered peaks. And this is the night sky. Ah! So we're going to square these up with our new ruler, our new 4.5-inch ruler. It's a 3-inch square we want finished. So you take the 3-inch line and you put it on the stitches. On the stitches. Okay, how many of you have just screwed up and done at the bottom? Okay, and then while I have the cutter in my hand, I'd like to just do an angle and trim off those little tips. So, what was the measurement? 3.5. I think you're saying goodbye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Thank you, Kylie.
Are you going to take your snowballs home?
Bye, Zoe.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Kylie. Oh, look. Kylie, show us your snowball. Oh, she got a big snowball.
Okay, remember me up here? Hello. Patty, are you the presser today?
I guess, yeah.
Okay, so turn it and put the dark on the top.
Okay, I was just kind of didn't want to be in the view. You know, you guys were looking at the screen and looking at the quilt, so I thought I was in your way. That's why I backed off. Okay.
She's good. Okay,
I'm trying to get out of this is Teresa's job, you know.
Yeah.
And I don't do it quite as well as Teresa, but
you remembered and hung that quilt
I
there.
did.
I'm impressed.
I did.
I'm very impressed.
You just want one for now?
Well, yes, because
What?
I already have a whole set of those.
Oh, okay.
How's that? But you can press this one. Now that you're good at it, you're practicing, you can get it. Okay. So, look at that. Like a miracle. 4 peaks. Okay? 4 peaks. Actually, Teresa made me more. Ooh. But anyhow, we got 4 peaks. And now you're going to turn the page. Beep. Because the next thing is mirror image. Okay. Oh, no, that's exactly what I say, Diana. Mirror image. I start to freak out because I'm dyslexic. How about you? I can't do it. I have to look at the pictures. I have to draw the pictures and make sure the pictures are right, and then I can follow it. But now you have 2 with the sky in the upper left, right? And then you turn the next 2 and you put the sky in the upper right. Now that we have pictures, it's so easy. Okay, so you would put however many mountains you're going to make. Just stack them all up. You could stack everything up because once you get one right, you're going to get them all right. If you get one of these wrong, you will get them all wrong. That's great about assembly line sewing. So what I'm going to do is just split it in the middle. Yep, like that. And then I'm going to work on this half. And all that flippy arrow. Do you love our flippy arrow? It says flip them right sides together. And use that 1/4-inch seam. Okay, so get this lined up here. 1/4-inch. Ta-da! Pedal! This I have done Delectable Mountain already, but this one is a very old traditional way of doing the mountain, so it was just really fun. Okay, look and see. Is it right? Is that one right? Huh? Yeah?
Well, you're the teacher.
Yeah, I guess I did it right. Okay, so now I'm just going to take a square of the snow, This is a 3.5-inch square, and just cut it on one diagonal. And I'm just going to take it, I'm following my directions, and put it on the left end. This is on step number 4, reconfirm.
Yep.
Right? Reconfirm. Okay, flip it right sides together and put it right on there. I think you can do this mountain probably in about 10-15 minutes. And you can make it all scrappy too. You could just use every single scrap that you'd like and put it all together. So, okay, now it's easy to remember. All you have to do is press the seam towards the triangle. Okay, so Patty.
I remember that.
Okay, so just lay it down wrong side up and just press the seams toward the triangle. And while she does that, I'm going to go over to the right column. Upper right. That works, right column, upper right, huh? Flip it right sides together. And, oops, I'm trying to fall on the floor tonight for you. So, just line it up. So, at 1/4 inch again, and you could go ahead. Oh, no. I thought I lost my thread, but I didn't. Yes, I did. I did. I went too fast. Okay. So, let me see. You are going to love this. I just did this just so you could see this. Orion, are you real close on the needle? You don't see this, but Orion's running back and forth to cameras. Hi, Diane. Okay, are you on the needle? Okay. So how many of you have good eyesight? Huh?
No.
At our age, we don't need to. We just buy nice machines like this Aria. You ready? I'm going to push the button. I'm pushing a button. That's all I'm doing. Push the button!
Oh.
Woo! Is that awesome?
Wow.
That is awesome. I lost the needle just so you could see me do that. What a great
You're a
demo,
show
huh?
off.
I'm just showing off. But anyhow, that's one of the features. I really love it. Okay, so let's start off slower. And so this one, this is the right half. And we have another triangle left over from that square we cut. Okay, is this number 7? Like that and like that.
Yep.
Is that right?
Yep.
Okay, so let's flip it right sides together. So this is some silvery, glitzy stuff. I think I thought was going to be hard to sew with, but it's not. It's just fine. So let's get this one. And Patty, how do you press this piece?
Toward the good.
Yay! You're awake. You're awake.
Yay.
Okay, so now we're just going to look on page 7 and we're going to lay out the mountain. Okay, this is the start. There's the mountain right there. And this is a sky piece right up there. And let me see if I can get this one. So we want the snow next to the, let me see. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, we want the snow next to the snow. And this one, we want the snow next to the snow. Ta-da! Is that easy? Okay, so then the flippy arrow is right up here. It says take this piece and flip it right sides together like that. And then do the same thing with this one. Flip it right sides together. This will be very interesting. Oh, Patty, we forgot to cut off our tips.
I know. I was tempted, but I didn't have any scissors.
Oh, my goodness. We must cut off our tips. These things that are sticking out right here. Cut off your tips. They get in the way. And they're circled. Okay, so now we're just going to go do-do-do-do-do-do-do. I learned this from Patty. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. I love that. You never have to have thread in your bobbin. It just works really good. Okay, so I'm going to pull this over so it's all ready. And I never have to unsew it. It's always right. That's what I like. Okay, so now we are going to find out how this paperback fusible web stitches. Let us see. It's going, it's slipping. It slipped on me. Oh. Okay, let's get it back up here. Okay. This, I do not recommend this for home use. Fabric would be better, not stuff that we ran. I can't do it now. Okay, one more time. Third time's the charm. Okay, the reason that I don't have any of the silver fabric left is that I had Martha prepare it all for snowman kits.
Oh.
So I asked her to get my snowman kits together, and I gave her the paperback fusible and made her put it on the end of all of them. Don't anybody look, I can't do this. Let us just pretend. It's beautiful. There, look at that. Isn't that nice?
Yay.
Yes, is that very lovely? Just lovely.
Right there.
Yeah.
Well, look at this one.
Yes.
It's just like it. So all you have to do is just flip this one down and sew it across here. And when you open it up, ta-da!
Yay.
It's a miracle.
It's a magic mountain.
It is. It's a magic mountain. It's magic. And so, oh, but we have to square it up. Don't worry, I have them. So then you see, you press the last seam in towards the mountain. So was that easy or not? That was very, very easy. Very, very easy. So that's the mountain. And I have to have some of those pieces that you have, Patty.
Oh, okay.
Because I want to show you how to square it up.
Okay.
You need to have a 16-inch ruler. Big hunker. Hindi, I got it right here at Quilt in a day.
Wow.
This is, you know what? This is a size you don't need very often, but when you need it, you need to have it. You need it. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to make this mountain squared up. See on the bottom? Can you see along the bottom edge? It's not much, but it is there, right? Let's see if I can do it this way. So just take the diagonal line. Too much stuff on the table. Take the diagonal line, line it up with the edge of the mountain, and line up the 1/4 inch line right here on the seam. That's not much. Some of them have more. And all you trim off is the bottom of the mountain. You don't have to trim off any of the peaks. That wasn't bad. Huh? No? Okay, so let's take this one, and now comes the challenge. Patty, you can look at that one.
I spent about 15 minutes today putting these in the perfect order.
Okay.
And
Oops.
I don't remember. Oh, I remember this piece. Okay.
That's the star.
Okay. There's that. Oh, we're missing a star.
You're
Oh,
up.
now we need a star really quick.
Okay.
So make a star.
I thought you were going to make a star.
I am going to make a star, but just leave a blank space.
Okay, we'll leave it open.
Okay, so those are the triangles. Actually, Patty skipped a couple of pages because I thought she was going to start on the bottom.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Oh.
But now she's laying it out like you see on page 15. Okay.
Well, you knew
Just
we
stop.
would eventually
What's
get
that?
to the top.
That's a few pages. That's the sky on the top, and you see that nice blank open space? Guess what's going to go there? So how did you know the star is going to go right there? Okay, and then the top row and the bottom row of the mountains are exactly the same. So it's really just two mountains that go side by side. And then you have two different sizes of triangles. She did study it. And so the big triangle goes right in between, and then a smaller square is cut in half on both diagonals, and that goes right on the end. Oops, get out of the way. Oh, I'm out of the way. Yay! Does that look good? Okay, now comes the next row, okay? It's going to be kind of tricky, and I'm going to have you all look back on page, let me see, we skipped a few pages, on 8 and 9. And on 8 and 9, she's going to start out with a big mountain right in the center. That looks really good. But to finish off this row, you need to have half mountains. So that is just the little left half mountain, leave a little space, and that's the right half mountain. And those are pictured right there. They're just with peaks and then a square cut in. Does that look good? Mm-hmm. Okay, and now we just have one more row to do together. You want to do that one?
Okay. Were you going to talk about the half mountain?
Oh, we're just looking at the pictures, right?
Okay.
Are we good?
Okay.
You just look at the pictures.
Okay.
And then this is the bottom. The bottom half. Yeah?
It's already done.
That's right.
Good.
And it's even across the bottom, but you see that you really need to straighten up the top edge. You need to straighten up the top edge. And whenever you do it, you just, this one, it's just a little crooked here. But when you do this, you start on the left edge, take this triangle, flip it right sides together, and it's amazing because it pretty well lines up. Just, oops, you have to have a little bit of a tip at the top and line it up right at the bottom. Okay, that's a good tip, huh? Right up at the top? Okay, so there's the mountain underneath. Okay, and so chair, get it back. I'm going to sit on it. And in this setting, whenever you sew your rows together, you nearly always have to let a tip hang out. This time, I'm just going to line it up on the bottom, line it up, but let the tip hang out at the top. Zoom it right over. Okay, Patty, you want to press the seam toward the triangle?
Okay.
Okay, so set the seam. Set the seam with the triangle on the top. And then just open and press toward the triangle. And that's pretty much how it all goes. Setting the seam, put the triangle on the top, and then press off that corner. Cool. So I just want to show you the next one. So you got this one. Then when you take the mountain and you flip it, you let, okay, so here we are. You go like this, up. You let a tip at the top and a tip at the bottom. Okay, my board is shaking. Oh, Ryan, are you getting good video? Look at that. Tip at the top, tip at the bottom. And then you just sew it right along there. And then when you open it up, you have a seam allowance. Terrific. And so you just keep on going all along. So each row at a time. Aha, the star. It's done with the triangle and a square. And how many of you have done triangle in a square? Let me see. Yay! Okay, do you want to see it again? Yes! Yes. Of course! Of course. You want to see the star. Okay, so let's just turn the page to page 11. And these are going to be the star points. We're going to do bright yellow. Now, this is also mirror image. Ah! Just want to scream, it's mirror image. Ah! But you can do it. Okay, you take pairs. Okay, these pairs are wrong sides together. Now, somehow I did leave the mistake in there. It said right sides together. But to tell you the truth, it doesn't matter as long as they're either wrong sides together or right sides. I'm going to show you. Right? It's that mirror image thing. They can't be both the same direction. They have to be the opposite direction. So you just put your ruler corner to corner, cut one, okay, just to show you. So whenever you open it up, you go, oops, like that. And then you take this one, and you have to go, whoop, stack it up. Okay, now let's see this one. Okay, these are right sides together. Let's see if we get the same thing. Ta-da! And you open it up. Ta-da! So are you totally amazed? Yeah, but you got to do it right or you'll be unsewing just like me. Okay, so you've got 4 of those because you have 4 of these points. And then you take a strip of fabric. And this one is for the 3-inch block, so I'm just going to take it and open it up right here. And it's not really, you really shouldn't lay or cut these. You should just lay it up and cut the whole way along there. And I'm going, oh, please, where is my ruler? It's here. Okay, now what's a miracle about this one is that it has a blunt top on the ruler. And you line up the red line for the smaller one across the bottom of the strip. Got a blunt top, and line up the line right here with the strip. The strip is cut this exact width, and then you do that kind of twisty thing where you turn your hand around, and you cut. Another one, this goes, and then you just take and you keep on cutting the whole way across. And turning up and down, and you'll cut 4. And this guy goes right in the middle. Ooh! Ah! Okay. After teaching many, many classes, I want you to be aware of the next step. So there you've got it laid out like that. And take the right stack and lift it up and put it way out of the way. Found out teaching hundreds of students, the first thing they do is they start getting all mixed up here. And so we just like, okay, put that away, and then just take the top one, flip it right sides together, and the fun thing about this is that you push this piece right up to the top. Let me slide it up just a little bit. And, okay, you line it up so that you have a 1/4 inch going right across here. You have a 1/4 inch there, and you have a very long tip on the bottom. Looks like snaggletooth, huh? Snaggletooth. Okay, Patty, come back. You get to press. Did she leave? She left. So when you put your needle in, when you put your needle down, you want it to be right at that point. It's right at the 1/4 inch line. Keep your edges all lined up, and I'll show you what I mean. This is kind of like the AccuQuilt. So, see right, oops, don't look. I'm slipping here. Look at that. See that? It went down a little bit too far. It slipped down about 1/8 inch. Maybe you can't see it. I'll be blessed if you can't quite see it. Oh, Orion is nice and close, huh? Huh? Yes, it's perfect. Love it. Okay, so now we'll just see if it's going to work. So set the seam with the little triangle on the top and press toward the yellow triangle. And maybe I'll do another one and see if I can't do it better. Okay, set the seam open, press it. Ah! Why does this always happen to me when everybody's watching? Oops! It's going to work. Look at that. It's going to work good. So now you go to the right stack, and when you pick it up and you flip it right sides together, what you want to do is line up both of these triangles right at the top. Right there, you want to line that up completely, and then hold that down and then line up this bottom part. So this is what really makes your seam allowance, right up there. And when you start stitching, you want to start stitching right there. That's 1/4 inch in, and go right down. Ah, you're pressing my seams.
Is that okay?
Yeah. It looked done for a minute. I thought you ran out and finished sewing it together for me. Oh, darn. Okay, so let's see how this is going to look. We finished this one this morning. We worked on that one this morning. All right, so now this is a really good one. See how the seam starts 1/4 inch in, right like that. You're just going to set the seam and press it open. Ooh, we've got 1/4 inch at the top. Looking good. That's good. Okay, we will trade you. I'll trade you.
Okay.
Take that one.
And it's a magic star.
Yay! But it's not quite done.
It's
We have all these little pieces gathering up. Okay, so now I'm going to the second ruler in the set, and the triangle and the square ruler. There's a square up. There are 2 sizes on this one. This is like a 3-inch finished, and this one, I believe, is a 4.5 inch, 4-inch finished. So we want to look at the red lines on the ruler. You see the red lines? Okay, give me that. Okay.
Use the rotating cutting mat.
Don't.
Confuses you.
It confuses me.
Yep.
Okay, you're right. Okay, you're right. Okay, so you take the red lines on the ruler and you slide it up so that it's perfectly lined up with the seams. Could you see that going up there?
Yep.
Yep. Okay, so I do have that line, that 1/4 inch line going right across the top. So I'm just going to trim that off, and I still have that 1/4 inch line there, and I'm just going to slide it around here so that I can trim off this side. And what's unique about this is that it doesn't go, the seam doesn't go right into the corner. It's going to be short, like 1/8 inch. So I'm not going to turn the ruler, I'm going to turn the patch. And now I'm going to put the red lines along the outside edge. Okay, red, red, line it up, hold down your ruler, cut off that edge, and cut off this. Perfect. Perfect patch. Ooh, like the kids. Ooh. They were good at that, huh? They're being trained. They're being brought up. Okay, so now, this is really fast. Ta-da! I have all of my star points squared up, and I put a little yellow polka dot right in the middle. These are sky squares, exactly the same. And Patty pushed the seams away from the star point. See, here's the star point, away. And on this side, she pushed them away. So those are going to lock right in the middle. Perfect, thank you. That looks really good. Ryan and I had that discussion earlier. And I said, I usually just finger press. Okay, so you're just going to go ahead and sew these last 2 seams. Get it locked in the center. If you have to, feel it. If it feels flat, it's matched up. And on the opposite end, lift it up, match up the corners. Okay, so Andy is in the control room. How are you doing, Andy? How's he doing?
He's doing great.
He's doing great.
I can't believe how good he's doing.
Oh, that was Andy? Oh, I said, he looks familiar. Oh, my gosh. Do y'all know who Andy is?
We had dinner with him. Andy is Teresa's brother.
And my brother-in-law.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Okay.
kept thinking I've seen him before.
Oops, my cutter didn't cut. Okay, and now I'm going to turn. And so, shall we take a look? Ooh, pretty good, huh? What do you think? So this is the last seam right here. Going to flip it right sides together and line it up on the outside edges. You did really good putting it together, Patty.
Thank you.
You're hired. Everybody left us, huh?
I know. Teresa ditched. Sue ditched.
Everybody went home.
Eric ditched.
Eric
Eric
ditched.
ditched.
Did you notice it's all family crew left? Except, well, you're an honorary sister.
You know what? We don't run the credits on the webinars, but when we used to run, like for PBS, and we would run the credits, we wouldn't have a very big crew. It would be Eleanor Burns, Orion Burns, and if we wanted to pad it, we put in Tabitha Burns. Tabitha was the dog.
And you noticed all the extras tonight were grandchildren, all family. Yeah.
To keep it in the family. Okay, so now this very last seam, let us see what we're doing here. We are taking and we were pressing the seams away from the center row. That's okay. You know what? You can do it away from or towards, but the book says away from. But
Okay.
finish pressing it.
Well,
She's
you know
pressing
they
it.
naturally want to go that way, so I'm not going to fight.
Okay, you do
Yeah.
it that way. We had to make Merritt redraw the pictures.
Oh.
That's lovely. That's great. And now turn it over on the other side and let us see. Ooh, perfect. And now, if I could just get this quilt done.
Now, I wonder where this goes.
Take a guess. So this is you're going to flip two opposite triangles to it. Sew it, yep. And do your magical fingers. Do. Okay, and then press it towards the triangle, cut off your tips, and then the last two sides on there, and then square it up to 13 inches. Square it up to 13 inches, and that's what you see right on page 14. And so all of the pieces are already cut to size, that they're just going to work right in there. And there's a snow row. There's a snow row. Let us see. Oh, cool. So this is a nice wide row for the snow on the bottom. You're going to sew the mountains together, the sky together, and then sew all the rows. And make it so cute. And then, in honor of the grandchildren, you're going to add snowmen. Did you hear all the kids going, I like that one, that's my, I like that one, that's my favorite, and so on. Yeah, did Jonas say that, I think? I like that one, I'm the best one, I'm the big one. So anyhow, this is just a piece of fabric that we had, it's just so cute. And to prepare, rough cut around the snowman, and then we cut a piece of paperback fusible web. It's about 1/4 of an inch smaller, and you put the wrong side of the snowman up and the fusible side against the wrong side. Fuse it in place. You should read the directions because each one is different. And believe it or not, you are supposed to keep this one on, keep your iron on only 2 seconds. And if you find out that you can't really press the interfacing or the web down, and it looks real shiny, it's because you overheated the web, and you will never be able to put that in place. So there we go. So now you have Teresa's quilt. Now we're changing out. So you're supposed to whip that one away. Oh, do you like the snowflakes? Yeah. The 99-cent store. And you could cut your own. You could cut your own snowflakes. It would look really cute. And what did
you want me to take this?
That one down, because you have Teresa's there, over on the mantle. And just kind of cut on the line in this one.
See.
Take your time.
Okay.
Teresa made this one in an afternoon. Isn't that amazing? So she has room for the snowman. This is all cut just as a miracle. That was as fast as could be. So now you're going to peel the paper away. And all I ever do is I just run my nail along the edge. And that releases the paper. So then when you peel it back, then you see all of that fusing. So that looks
Hey,
really
Al,
good.
do you think we could afford some straight pins?
We like the broken ones
Did you see
here.
these?
Maybe Santa will bring you some.
Yeah, maybe if we ask.
So,
They're dreadful. They are. Because you only stick in once, and then they just get totally all bent. But, okay, I'm going to wait. And this is going to be really fun. Okay, we'll smooth it. Beautiful. Star. Okay, hold that down.
okay.
Okay, so this guy, you have to kind of position them carefully so that you see the white against the snow. How's that? Or if I know, I got it. We should have Frosty's hat up above. Oh, but now he's off the mountain. He's off the snow, huh? No, come down, come down. Move him over. Okay. Is that good? Then up? Okay. So position carefully. So this was a piece of manufactured fabric. It was a little silk screen, and it was really fun. And we did have it at Quilt in a Day, but just in case we sold out, you can make your own snowman. Aww, ooh, isn't it cute? Okay, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to make our own snowman on our new Go
Do you know
Big.
how much these are?
Ah, is this the one that you wanted? Okay, Patty keeps on disappearing, but now her job is to take the iron off because we can't fit the machine on the table. Did you get one yet, Handy?
Oh, that's okay. That's okay.
Okay, so I'm going to this is only my second time I've used it. So you go right here and you open it up. There, that's good. Like that. And then you get the dies. And somebody who was completely inexperienced with the AccuQuilt Goes. Have all of you seen it? Let me see. Have you all have seen it? Well, this is a die. I'll just explain it to you. And with this die, we will cut these 3 circles. There are blades in here, and I don't know if you can go real.
Okay. We trust you.
You can see it?
Yeah.
So there's blades in here, and I'm going to put a mat on top, and how about let's do this. I want to finish my process. So now I have paperback adhesive on the back, and this is going to be my snowman. So you make sure you cover those 3 little circles. Good. So when you put the mat on and you run it through here, there is heavy pressure that comes down. And the heavy pressure makes the fabrics like squished against the blades, and the blades cut. So that's what the whole thing is. Okay, there's the snowman. And with the new go, you can put 2 dies in at the same time. So these are like the decorations. I'm going to give a red. I'm going to cover the bow. This is a nicer way of seeing the dies. So now you see what's in there. This is a snowman's hat. And guess what this is? It's so cute. Look how cute it is. Isn't it cute? Okay, these are buttons. I'm going to take this piece and just fold it in half so I can make 2 buttons. Okay, and I'm just going to cover the buttons. So Martha prepared kits, and we're going to use these on open house day, which is Friday from 3 to 6, and you'll be able to make one. So these are the little stick arms. So I'm just going to take it, fold this in half. Okay, so cover up the little stick hands. I think we have it for all that I really want to do. You could get a lot faster. This is a big bow for a gift, and these are little mittens for a little snowman. But we like this, so I'm just going to cover this with a mat. I'm going to get them both lined up so they can go through the machine. Okay? You ready? Okay, we're just going to turn on the machine, and we don't have to let it warm? There's no warming up. Fine. Just put it right in there. I'm going to slide this a little forward so you can see it come out the back. You ready? So now I'm just going to give it a little shove right here. Ooh. Woo! See, and they come out the back. And now what you're supposed to be doing is preparing 2 more dies and put it in there to just follow right after these 2. So if you were working with a team, with a friend, you guys could just be, keep it running the whole time. So when you take off your mat, you slide it off. Perfect. And then just pick this up like this. Perfect circles, right? Is that cute? And we'll just start to build our little snowman right there. 1, 2, 3. That looks good. Okay, and then this one, these are the accessories. There's 2 dies for, oh, obviously you see that. What am I telling you? Okay, let's see the hat. There's the little hat. You put it kind of cocky on there. Here's the little bow for the neck. So Martha took big pieces to make your kits. She took big pieces of fabric and big pieces of the adhesive and fused the 2 together and then sliced up the little pieces. It's really a fast way to do a kit for all of you. Can you imagine if she would have cut all those little carrots? And that goes on like that. So Joanne did this a couple of years ago for me, and she hand cranked everything. And then these are the little stick arms. You can stick them in. Is that cute? And all we have left are the little buttons. And so you can just go 1, 2. And we have dish towel fabric that we're going to pull off the paper on the back, fuse them onto the dish towel fabric. And you can stitch around the outside edge. Now you all have to come on Friday, huh? That's going to be great fun. So anyhow, that's pretty cool, huh? For making your own snowman. There, ask, good demo? Now I know how to work it. That was only my 2nd time. So it's simple, right? It's very simple. Should I turn it off? Just turn it off. Turn it off. There's no warming up. There's no cooling down. No, I know. Good. Okay, we made a total mess here on the table. But now we want to turn the page. We did Snow Mountain. But now we want to do, oh, look at Kylie. Now comes your job. Ah.
You want me to go on
Yeah, because we have some really cute pictures. Turn the page to page 16. Andy, whoops. Okay, Andy, it's just a little picture. So here you have on 16, I love these pictures. We have Kylie making her very first snowman. It was 2 years ago in Julian. And there she is. Isn't that adorable? And I tell you, you just said Kylie smile, and she just picked up that little attitude there, like, I just made my first snow woman. Isn't that cute? It's just so fun, and she patted in place. They just can't wait till it snows again, having a little battle with her daddy. Guess who won, huh? Well, you know, like snowmen haven't really received the right billing. Look at this. I mean, towns get together, and they make whole families of snowmen. Aren't they cute? Those are the funniest little ones. And this is in Moscow. Yep. Their whole plaza.
Idaho.
Oh,
Idaho or
no, Moscow. This photo was taken in Moscow. But they do it in Idaho?
Well, I thought you were talking about Moscow, Idaho.
I don't think so.
Or the university.
I think it's really Moscow. But anyhow, it was really fun. Throughout the country, people would make their little snowman. And, you know, just think about, they talk about walking in the snow. Whole families get out and tour the whole neighborhood, look at the snowman. People wanted to do crafts. Look at us. We want to do something creative with our hands, right? Well, fabric costs money, paint costs money, any little craft that you want to do. But snow is free. And so you can just get out there and have a wonderful time shaping those snowmen into anything that you would like to do. It's just really, really fun. Oh, this is so lovely. Patty's giving me her bent little pins. Are you trying to make a point?
Well, no, I'm trying to hang a quilt.
Let's do Sue's next.
Oh, okay, that's good.
Sue's.
Okay,
You want to see Sue's?
Sue is great. That's
okay,
great.
So
Sounds
you've got,
great.
Turn the page.
Okay.
Turn the page, and you know where Sue's is over there.
It's behind you. Behind you.
Oh, there's the quilt, but the pieces are in that
here.
cabinet.
Okay, I found them.
Yeah, go. Yeah.
Whoops.
Go one more. So she did the reverse colors. I wanted to show the snow, so I did the snow with the dark blue sky. But Sue's is a traditional mountain with the mountain and the peaks in the dark colors and then the light, okay? So I'm going to look in the book. So they're sewn the same, but they're laid out different. And so I want you to go to page 21, and she did them in little groups. Am I too low, Ryan? Is that good? So you do 2 mountains, and then under that, is it okay?
It's fine.
Okay, and then you do 3 mountains. So you have to center this one right here, and then you go like this right here, line that up. She did a new line of fabric that we have out in the store with the plaid. It's just adorable. Sue loves green, and this one was just calling her name. Okay? So that's one group. There are 3 groups exactly alike in her quilt. And she knew that she wanted to plan putting applique. So she left a lot of white space. Patty, you could clean up my table. So it's all ready for you.
Okay.
So she took big squares. Let me see. I would say this one. She took this one, which was a nice big square, and she cut it into 4s on both diagonals so that the straight of grain would go right along here. And so this is the large triangle that's going to go right here in the middle, like this. 1, 2, and then a 3rd one. So you make 3 units just exactly like this first. You sew this row and this row, And then you put the 2 rows together. And then to finish it off, she has a second size of square that's just a little bit smaller, and cut it on one diagonal. And this is, oops, that sure as heck doesn't look right, does it?
No, you need that big one. I think
Oh!
I think you're
No, this
I
is
think
it.
you-
This is a different size. That's right. You're watching me.
I think it's a 15-inch square cut on, cut on the diagonal.
Yeah, the sizes are in your book, in your pattern. Here we go. One, and then the other. Is this looking good?
Looking good.
Yep, that's looking good. So you make 3 just like that, and then the little bottom row is just a separate row that you make after you make the 3 units, and then just sew it across the bottom. Easy? Easy. And guess what? I turned off the AccuQuilt cutter because the leaves, this is the leaves. They're so cute. I love all of the leaves. And we have one more die from AccuQuilt. And one, was it over on that
Yes,
in the cabinet?
here it is.
Okay, so this is just a long rectangular piece. That's good. And this is the die. This is one of our favorite dies. I did this in a wool. I loved cutting these pieces out in wool and then just doing like a blanket stitch by hand, by the 4-letter H word, by hand. And so it's a little harder to see, but you see, here's the pumpkin, and the oak leaf is just right here in the end. So when you cut with the AccuQuilt cutter, you're not supposed to do more than 6 layers. The paper counts as a layer.
What did she say?
Oak, it's a maple.
It's a maple. Yeah.
What did I say?
Oak.
Oh, it's a maple. That's an oak. Yes, you guys are right. The oak is beside the acorns. Would that be right? Okay, so how many layers can you cut with the AccuQuilt? 6. Okay, so the paper counts as 1, so that's 2, 4, 6. If you take and you fold this long piece into 3 pieces, okay? And I only have 1 die, but if you had 2, you might as well have them gone through, right? Right? Okay, so let's just go ahead, push that right through there, kind of get it started. This is pretty easy. This is really, you know, if you're going to go into commercial use of this, isn't that cool? Okay, so then just slide it off the die. Oh, look, I got some of the acorn. And keep a pair of scissors handy. There's a little, sometimes little thread you have to cut. 3 beautiful leaves. So all you have to do is peel off the paper.
They look
fuse
real.
them in place.
Don't they look like fall
They really
leaves?
do, don't
They
they?
do.
Oh, that's that
Oh my
great
gosh.
batik that we have on sale
Wow.
here. That's beautiful. But look how cute the plaid is. And the yellow. Woo! And the little dimensional one. They're just all really cute. So these you have to fuse down in your spot and stitch around with a straight stitch if you want, or just use a slight zigzag and put it in place. Very nice. I love it. Very, very cute. And there was something else that I wanted to tell you, but what was it? Think. Do you remember what I was going to tell everybody? All right.
Oh, did you show the snowman? Snowman pictures?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh I
we
missed
showed the snowman pictures.
Oh,
We
where was
showed
I?
the snowman. We showed the leaves. We showed the cutter. We're doing good.
AccuQuilt makes snowflake.
They do. They do.
do?
We did not get the snowflake ordered,
Oh,
but
Now you have to go to the 99-cent store.
yeah, the 99-cent store. Go to the 99-cent
No, you
store.
don't have to get the AccuQuilt.
Yeah, and it's really fun. You can get felt. This is a felt. This piece is felt. that I did the fusible on the back, a little piece of felt. This is just fabric. It's very, very adorable. And so, really fun. Whoops, the nose is going crazy. Okay, Patty, you're on, girl.
Oh, good.
So
Let's see.
Put the arms. So cute. So
You know what my sister taught me? Whee!
We'll never know where these triangles go. I hope Sue doesn't watch the webinar.
Okay.
I'm waiting for the grandchildren to do that, huh?
So you hold that side.
Okay, do I get a little crooked pin? Oh, I have it.
No, guess what? We have some nice straight pins.
Where did you find
There's
them?
a whole thing full.
Oh!
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
But I have to tell y'all something.
There we go.
We saved the best for last. This is my last show of the year. After tonight, I don't have to work anymore the rest of the year. Isn't that good? Yay! But some of you know I travel. Sometimes I show up and then I disappear for a couple months. Well, I don't even know how many miles I've driven this year, but probably 20, 30,000. Drove all the way across the United States, down to the tip of Florida, up into New York, and almost up to Canada. And then I went across Kansas 3 times, and finally I'm home. And I get to stay here for. Ellen
No, I'm done too. I'm done too for the year.
Yeah, but she flies everywhere, and I have to drive because I take so much stuff.
Would you unplug the iron? Okay, so how are you?
Okay, so
I'm still picking up Sue's stuff in case she's watching. I'm laying it very nice.
oh, you know what, Eleanor, we made it too low. Can y'all see this? Okay. All right, good. Okay. So this, as you can see, I don't know if we talked about it when the kids were here, but I wanted to show the mountains as they appear in real life. As they appear farther in the distance, the colors kind of fade as the more distant mountains, and they also get smaller in scale. So I made 4 rows. These are the mountain ranges. I lived in Colorado. My husband's from Colorado, so I got all the terminology. Do y'all know about the Front Range in Colorado? That's the first range. And then this is the next. There's 4 ranges of mountains, and each row gets progressively smaller in scale. And this was, whoops.
When you look at it in the television monitor, it really looks real, doesn't it? Mm-hmm. It's really interesting.
And when I met my husband, he came from Colorado. We met in Atlanta, and he always talked about the Twin Peaks and the Twin Sisters. And I had never seen it, and after I made this quilt, I said, that's the Twin Peaks. But originally I called it Purple Mountain's Majesty. When I pulled my fabrics, that was instantly the name. But and this is something we already talked about, making the peaks. And this is, let me see if I got it right. Okay, the first range, they're the same size as Eleanor's, the 3.5 inch that we square up to 3-inch, and then the second range is 1/4 inch smaller squares. They go to 3 1/4, and then 2 3/4, and then 2.5, and then 2 1/4.
So if when we did the pattern, we couldn't fit patties in. It was pretty complicated. We could not fit it into the pattern. And so you can get it for free on the Quilt in a Day website. So all you have to do is just go quiltinaday.com, and then when you get into our website, look for free patterns, and you will find the pattern called Purple Mountain Majesty, right?
Right.
Or Purple Mountains.
It's mountains, plural.
Mountains. Purple Mountains
Purple
Majesty.
Mountains,
So
plural.
anybody can get it
Okay.
and have it.
And then after I made the mountains, I showed the quilt. I brought it into Quilt in a Day, and Orion, he said it's not finished. And I'm so glad he said that, because the snow fell, you see, and it gave it a whole new dimension. And then I added the trees and then the little crystals, which I think really gave it that sparkle. And I'm kind of happy after, you go through a process. I always start out not really planning. I just let it evolve, and this is how it turned out, and I'm pleased.
And what's the name of the fabric that's stitched on the top?
Oh, that is called, now this is according to my receipt, now I got this at the J store, which you've been there. We know you go there. The receipt said this is an embossed snowflake. Or foiled, no, I'm sorry, a foiled snowflake. It's a transparent fabric with a foiled snowflake. And I was in a little bit of a tizzy. I was working on my quilt, and they were going to take the photo the next day. And I panicked. I didn't have time. I was writing directions for the quilt. So I called Elle. She was lucky she didn't answer the phone. But Sue had just given me her phone number. So I called Sue. She answered. And I said, Sue, I need help. I can't get my quilt finished. Would you sew these snowflakes? So she used invisible thread. She sewed down, and you can see the little patches of snowflake, that invisible thread around the outside edge, and then inside each snowflake there's a little bead to secure it. And then I did finish with some crystals, and I haven't done it yet, but some fray check would be really good along the edges.
Sue said when she stitched this down, she used a straight stitch. She tried a zigzag stitch, and that just chewed up the ends. And so she used a straight stitch and a smaller needle. I don't know what's going on up here, but something. Is that you out there?
Okay. And then the snowflake. This is really easy. No, we're not doing snowflake. We did snowflake. We're going to talk about the Christmas tree, which I think this is something we did as children. This is a glitter felt. Start with a rectangle, all different sizes, and just simply fold in half and then cut from corner to corner. Just a real easy way to cut a triangle. And then you get creative with your scissors. We'll just start trimming, and every tree is different, every tree is unique. Doesn't have to be perfect. You can round off the bottom, and then just take little snips with your scissors. And we decided this must be a spruce tree. Who's the tree expert here? Because I know the pine trees they grow up. But I think the spruce kind of
blue spruce Christmas tree.
Oh,
be beautiful.
yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
I can smell it now.
But if you just clip one side and then turn it upside down and clip the other side. And then, do we have our paints ready to go?
Our paints.
Our paints.
Our paints. We have our paints. But we
So,
don't have a little dish of water.
It's over there.
Oh, we have drinking water.
Oh, no, I have it.
Oh,
yeah,
there's
we
some.
have it.
Okay. Okay, this is what you want. Did you know she's an artist by profession? She's an art major.
Well, I was an art teacher.
Do you believe that? No, it's in
Oh.
Florida. Okay, this, Patty, anything else?
No, that's great.
Okay.
So once you have it, all your little tree all trimmed, then we're using, these are called watercolor pencils. And this is the best discovery. I was teaching a class in Palm Desert, and they told me I needed to start doing art quilts. This was about 5-6 years ago. They said, go out and buy some watercolor pencils. And I just used them for the first time. This is the easiest way to paint. And do you know how to color in a coloring book? Sure you do. Well, all you have to do is pick your pencil, and I'm going to go with the purple, and just, of course, you notice, and then just kind of color back and forth. And I'm kind of doing it like thinking about a garland on a tree. You just color back and forth, and then I'm going to take some water. This is so simple. We'll just take a little paintbrush and a cup of water, and then just run the water, and the paint appears. Wasn't that easy?
Ooh.
You thought it looked hard, didn't you? You thought, oh, I don't know if I can paint. You know, that was one of my favorite subjects in college was watercolor.
What's that?
Paint.
You ever cut the trees? Isn't there an people so easy?
Oh, it is.
Probably. I think the tree dye's on with the snowflake.
Oh,
yeah, don't you think, Patty?
Maybe, yeah.
I think it's a tree and a snowflake.
You know what? Are you going to heat up this?
Well, I was
You're going to try that one?
I'm going to try our product.
Okay, but I'll give you a couple other ideas. I kind of always keep a little tissue on hand. If the paint gets too thick, you can blot it, and it gives it just that kind of, I don't know, that gives it, softens it. If you want more intense colors, you run the pencil over a wet surface, and you see how it makes a darker, more intense. So that's all there is to it. And then with the snow falling, let's see, where's the crystals? Okay, so these are, and I'm not going to say the word. Does anybody can pronounce?
Swarovski.
You know what I'm talking about.
Swarovski.
And these are the hot fix crystals. You know, have you used them and you go, and I went to that M store again, and they had 3 different choices. You can get the ones you can glue on. There's another one. I don't know what all they say, but if you look for the one, it has a little symbol of an iron on it. Or also, the other thing, if you see a black package, that means these are the hot fix crystals. Have you all used these before? Some of you have. And then Eleanor is apparently
trying to figure
out
this gadget.
Oh.
But it must be battery operated.
Oh.
But there's no plug. But I don't know if they're hot.
Do you mind if I use?
There's no batteries in it.
Do you know?
There's no batteries?
No, you just open the package.
There needs to be.
Oh, there needs to be batteries.
The battery is not included.
Oh, it says requires 3 AA batteries, not included. Read the package.
Or do we know where?
Do you have batteries?
Of course.
Are you going to be able to open this? It says open right there.
So, you know what?
I hate it when this stuff is so simple.
While we're waiting. Oh, you know what? I forgot to tell you some more information.
Okay, I'll just let you tell them.
Let me
while we
just
get
tell you
batteries.
just a couple other thoughts. This is the first row, and then the second row, because they're smaller mountains, they're not going to be as long as the first row, so there is an extender on the end. And then the third row has a left extender and a right extender, and these have the sky in the background, in the corners. And then the fourth row also with sky. And then you can probably guess, if you can see the seams, you can see after we assemble this, then what would be the next? This would be our next seam, and then add the star, also known as the sun, and then a left extender, a right extender, and then a final strip across the top. So it's really, I thought it was easy. There's a lot of information in those instructions.
So you should see how pretty you look in front of that camera, in front of that quilt.
Oh,
You match it
did I
exactly.
match?
Yes, you matched.
Did you
People
notice?
always
Did
match
you
their
notice?
quilts.
Did you
Don't
notice
you
the
know?
fingernails? Ooh. I guess it was. Ooh. Yeah, I guess
Are they gray?
7
Like gray?
o'clock last night, I looked at my nails and I said, oh, I have to go get my nails done. So I ran into the nail salon, and guess who was there? Eleanor and her two of her granddaughters. They all got their nails done.
It was so fun.
Yeah.
And now you get to look at my nails and my new bracelet. My little Joanne gave me that tonight. So look how pretty. It's got snowmen on it. Is that not the most appropriate thing ever?
Aww.
Cool.
Are those hand painted?
I think
They're
so.
really
Isn't that
cute.
beautiful?
Really?
They're really, really beautiful with little Swarovski crystals in between. So I don't know if this is getting hot, but this is very simple. This morning I had to hold the cord because it was all, crooked. And so Orion put batteries in here, and it says turn it on. Just you turn it on and off here.
Push the button. It's hot.
Yeah, but do you keep it on? Oh, you push the button.
And then you let go of the button when you want to turn it off. There you
Uh,
go. That's hot. Not hot.
You have to hold the button the whole time.
That you.
well, okay, I'm going to try this. Because do you want me to try this? Okay,
Yeah.
so this.
Did it have different size tips on it?
No, but this looks like the right
Oh,
size.
okay.
Maybe it's in the box.
Okay.
So now you want
Well,
to find out if this heats it
Let's
down?
see if it works.
Okay, I can smell something is hot.
Oh, really? You haven't touched it yet.
Okay, so I'm just going to hold it down on the
And
crystal.
it
You
said
have
for,
to hit the button, Eleanor, and then you're done.
I think it said, how many seconds? Did you read it?
It's stuck. Whatever we did, it's
Okay.
stuck. That was cool. Yeah, it's definitely on there.
And it
That's a
says,
good tool.
yeah, 15
We
seconds.
sell this here, we didn't even know it. She
Yeah.
went to the M store to buy one.
That's one of our best-selling items on Amazon.
This
Really?
is one of our
Oh my gosh.
best-selling
And it's
items.
reasonable.
We're learning. All of us are
like
learning a lot
12.
of new stuff tonight.
We
It's
are.
really. Isn't this handy? Isn't this handy, Patty?
Yeah, it's great.
I don't think we'll have a craft show. Do you?
Okay.
You're gonna have to take a tour of the
But Eleanor, you sell craft items.
I sell craft items. It's at quiltofaday.com.
Okay.
I never have time to look. I don't know what we sell. I just go out and pick up a product if I find it and say, here, put it on my account. I don't know who pays my account, but somebody does. If you want to just say, put it on Eleanor's account, just try it. See what happens.
your account because the account you own the store.
Yeah, this is really cool. Anyhow, do you want to see what the box looks like? Best-selling item around here. It's called Rhinestone Setter. It's item number 3072. Write that down. It apparently is free because it has no price on it. 3072. Write that down.
I know how much it is. I asked. Do you want to know how much it is? About $12.90 something. That's reasonable. That's not as, I didn't pay that. I paid more for this. I'm sure this was maybe $20, I think.
So you go to the Q store.
Right. Okay. Do you want to talk?
No, or the J store.
Do you want to do a little more painting? Since I collect photos of mountains. Now, when I was in college, one of my favorite subjects was watercolors. And in my favorite paintings, I did landscapes and always things from nature. I love nature. I love flowers. And I always wanted to do landscape quilts, too. But this is the closest I've gotten so far. But this book was kind of inspired me to do this quilt. And then I just want to show you some more photos because I love these photos. I realized I've been saving this one for 10 years. This is from a calendar. I think it's a Sierra Club or whatever. This is mountains. What? Ooh. Don't you want to go there?
That's beautiful.
Isn't that beautiful? The mountains in the background and the flowers and that one really large flower in the foreground. So it just
Is
really...
that a fire?
Yeah, I think it is.
Fire?
I think it is a fire.
Something.
These are the ones in Alaska that...
Yeah.
Or no, they said it was lupin.
Oh, lupin.
They said it was lupin. It's not lupin? It's not. Firebush or something. Okay. And then, guess what state? What state? Oh, it does. Right. Tehachapi Valley. And then here's another one. This one got wet. We had all these photos were laying over there, and I think my little paint water spilled. But isn't that just so beautiful? I get high when I look at these. That's just, I know.
Mountain high.
Yeah. And this is the desert. I guess we lost, oh, there it is. Yeah, the desert in bloom. Really beautiful. And you know what? This really reminds me of our mountains with those pointy things. I believe they're called crags. And then here's another beautiful, let me see where this is taken. This is the Mississippi. I never would have guessed. Yeah, this was some flowers in Mississippi.
Whoa.
So I'm getting you all inspired. So when you go home, you'll want to paint your quilt, I hope. And basically, this was something I kind of woke up this morning feeling creative. I had just finished this quilt last night about midnight. I finished the binding. And then this morning, I thought, I think I'm going to paint on that and give it some more color. But you can see some other ideas for the sun. I wanted kind of the rays of the sun to hit the tips of the mountain. And oh, they don't show up in the photo very well, do they? Do they? Can you see them? Oh, there they are. Yeah, but I actually used pink and orange on top of one another. And I'm not really I'm just faking it right now. But you get the idea how to do it. And then also on the mountains, I went over it. Oh, but you know what we learned today? This morning's class, they were asking about how color fast these are, if you could wash them. And I answered, honestly, I did not know. I said, well, this is a wall hanging. I'm not planning to wash it. But we had one of the students said there is something that you can buy. It's called Media something. See, I already forgot the name of it. Do any of you know that product? It's called Media, and then there's another word. And I think if you go into the, I almost said that word, M word, go to Michael's and tell him.
Just go.
I'm sorry, it just popped out. But you ask them, what's the material? It's a liquid, like it's almost, she said it's like a liquid glue, like the consistency of like a starch, a liquid starch, that instead of using water, you use that product. And it's Media. She said there's several different brands. Do you know what it is?
I've used it, but I didn't use it on fabric. I was using it on something else. But it is very viscous. Kind of like, what is that, old Mod Podge sort of?
Oh, yeah.
Sort of like that, only it's in
For decoupage.
Yeah. Yeah, so instead of using just water, you can use that product and use that, and it will be color fast. You can wash it, and it'll survive. But just one more thing on, and I saw this quilt. It was my Desert in Bloom, and these are the valleys. I don't know if you can get that in the camera, but these are the valleys that I wanted the flowers to be a continuation into the valley, so I just kind of use that in my setting triangles. And this fabric, I don't know if I have a sample, but it was not real intense. And I just took my my colors, and this is a set with just 12, but you can get a 24 color set. And I just kind of painted all over it. I just took those crayons, and I just.
So if you have a piece of fabric, whenever you're done with your quilt, you think that there's nothing you could do, but you could change it. You could.
Oh yeah.
You could add a little color.
I painted a lot of this.
These were all painted.
These were painted. Yeah, I painted these, and you can't really tell.
You can't.
But if you have any batik, you can paint on it. Now, if I had thought ahead, I would have followed the directions and pre-washed it to get out the sizing. But the colors actually worked out, even though I didn't pre-wash the fabric. If you have like a tone-on-tone fabric, you can paint that, and I think you'll get some really interesting things.
So was your bottom piece of fabric the same as your sky? Is that how much you painted?
Oh, no.
Oh.
No, I don't know if I have a piece of it. I originally had it. Look over there and see if there's a piece somewhere. I don't know if I brought it. The colors were not as intense, but I basically put like pink on, or red on pink, or dark purple on light purple, and dark green. I wanted to pick up the colors. Did you find it?
See, it was more of a print, and you can see where the whites are.
Yeah.
How she filled in the colors.
Yeah.
See right there? So you can kind of see it where I'm going.
But it was just really fun. And it's easy. Doesn't it look easy? You can, yeah, just have fun with it. Okay. I'm done. I'm done for the rest of the year. I don't have to work again until next year. What's that?
If you know where the
Friday?
Right.
Oh, I don't know.
As a gift from
I
Quilt.
don't know. I didn't hear about that.
We'll just wait till Patty's all done and then hand those out. Am I done? You thought I went to the bathroom. I didn't. I heard you say that. So that was fun, huh? I know. I think the mounds are really fun to do, and there's just so many different creative ways that you could do it. You could do some of the things with your kids for the holidays. Just great fun. So.